So if you can work out loud a bit, that would be good.
Yeah. Oh, so we're recording. All right, so we've got this. David tried to load a backup into the staging area and cannot add foreign key. And then he did some research and somebody suggested doing show InnoDB last status and look for that. And sure enough, last foreign key error was talking about the data types of the table do not match the one in the reference table. And this is a connection between trust cert and GitHub users on the login column. And if we look there, we got trying to figure out which one, because I think both voter and subject go to login. This isn't very detailed. Okay, I have to do something off screen for a moment. Where'd Tor go? There it is. Making a connection with a password that I don't want recorded. All right, back over here. So if you look at trust cert, how do you find out there? Okay, so this could be the problem here. This one's Latin 1. Those two are Latin 1. And GitHub users, I've been trying to change it to UTF-8. Wait, where's login? There's login. Trying to get, I think there's literally 6 different ways to switch the character set in MySQL. You can do it on the database, the table, the column, the connection. Anyway, then you have to get them all right. Anyway, or at least enough defaults to override the other ones. So, that was interesting. That's not what I wanted. So if we look at wrong one. Voting trouble. So this commits. So this sort of thing. So it didn't do it in enough places, evidently. Not sure I want to do that at the table level. Maybe I do. And actually, UTF-8 is not quite the right one. But it's probably close enough. There's like UTF-8 M4 or something. But fact, I should do that. Yeah, it's supposed to be this one, but it doesn't matter too much. All right. All right, now who wants to, okay, I'll check this in. What's going on here? Oh, right, I was fixing something else too. Never mind that for now. What are the errors we're trying to avoid? And the other error that we get, okay, oh, does not exist, right? Right, okay, so push that one. So the next step is to take another database dump and see if you can import that one. Who wants to go next?
Okay, you mean like to retry loading the database dump?
But you have to make a new dump because the dump was bad, right? The dump had that bad.
Okay. Okay, I can do that.
Go ahead and share your screen.
Yeah, we're already working. I'm going to update it in rewards test.
Oh, Jimmy, you want to do that?
Okay. I got a fresh version, and
Whoever's doing this stuff, share your screen.
so I just did a wget. What is this?
Did you make a new dump? I guess so.
Why does it say 750? Oh, 2007.
Well,
yeah.
Go and you have to make a new dump. If you just get the same one, that's the definition of insanity.
I thought well, this URL was to get a new one.
No. You have to go to the page and post and say, make me a database dump.
Okay.
That creates a new database dump.
And it has a new URL.
Right.
Okay, because this wasn't working the last time I tried it.
Perhaps because of the issue we just fixed.
Wrong one. So we can remove that one again. And wget. Actually, we don't have to get because we set the URL here. We can use that in the oops. How do I get back here?
There's a slide. There's a slide about this. Yeah.
Okay, I can run it from a local file, or I can put the URL in there. But if I look at var www rewards test.
Are you setting that as a new one?
Yeah, I deleted the old one. And that is execute. Well, we didn't get an error. Oh, failed to execute. Uncompression failed. That seemed to work.
Yeah, well, so try Webmin again. Maybe Webmin doesn't understand GZ compression or something.
Start at the beginning.
I think it's still throwing the same error. Cannot add foreign.
Yeah.
Foreign. Yeah.
Try dropping the database first. It shouldn't make a difference, but I think it's worth a try.
I created a test database, and I tried that with the other one. Oh, it actually created this. So I can drop the database.
Hmm. Zeta phase reward. Okay.
Different error, huh?
So, David, what were you using to to get the error?
The same, the database database.
Right, but it sounded like you were working concurrent with Jim.
Yes, yes, I was. Or I
Do you have
am
like a
rather.
local setup or something?
No, I don't have a local setup. I'm using robot.net.
Okay.
I guess that's a little dangerous, huh?
How's that?
Well, we're not finding it at the same time. We could have an interaction, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
So
It's pretty bizarre that you can dump a database, but you can't load it back in.
I don't understand the problem.
Yeah, it's not clear to me that you can restore the database with a different name. I think the dump file might have the name in it.
Yes, but on Zetaphase, the Zetaphase database, it's still throwing the foreign key error.
In what circumstance?
In Zetaphase, he used the test database, but I used the Zetaphase database, and it still gave the same foreign key error. Even
Did you drop the database first?
no, I didn't. But I think Jim dropped the database, so it should reflect here also.
No, I'm sure he didn't.
Because it might. Well, if it was affecting the same database, that would mean that if I run it again on that database, I'll get the foreign key error, right?
Yes.
I don't think anybody dropped the Zetaphase database, and there are definitely references to Zetaphase in the database dump. So you can't restore it under the name test.
Yeah, but how come we're getting different errors?
Because when you try to restore it as test, every time it creates a view, it refers to ZetaFace.
I see.
So how about, David, you show your screen for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you can drop Zeta.
Can you guys do that?
Yep, I see your Firefox. Yeah, go ahead and drop that one.
Okay. Okay, so it has been dropped. So we need to create a new database, right?
No, I don't believe so. Well, yeah, sorry.
We didn't need to add any initial tables, do we?
No.
Okay. Okay, I think it's worked. 23 tables were created, 21 were inserted.
20 run records doesn't seem like the right amount, but whatever.
Yeah, so I think it's worked.
Look at budget vote, because I think there's a lot more than 21 records in budget vote.
Which one? The history of the normal one, or just budget vote?
Yeah. Is there a browse, view data? Yeah, there's 1,500 rows there. Yeah, that's more like it.
Okay.
Okay, so that was an important fix. So now do we have the staging version of this application running?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. I think this is it.
Yeah, take the aux user off. Oh, okay. So, hey, look at that.
Okay, so that's it, yeah.
Sweet.
And I wonder.
Okay, so everything is.
Yeah, the code here is not current, is it?
It is current to the repository. I did a git pull this morning.
Well, I'm certain it's not, because we would have a warning on the left.
Yes, okay.
Oh, we might be running a different branch. I have a branch that I use for production because the stuff that I'm doing to port it to rchain, I'm putting on the master branch.
We're on the master branch, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so that's the wrong branch.
Okay, so I can do a git checkout or I have to clone the right branch, huh?
I think yeah, git's a mystery. You can try just git checkout prod.
Would you want to share your screen, Jim?
No, actually, David, why don't you do it?
I typed it already.
Well, no. Oh, you did? Okay. All right. Well, David, why don't you go and look at do get branch?
Yeah, it didn't work.
Okay.
Or I spelt it wrong.
First, let me SSH into
Yeah.
rewards test. Okay, Jim, this is what I was talking about. You see, in robots, in our node rewards dash test, we just have rchain-dbr present.
That's your
So this,
PWD. See where you are.
okay. Okay, I'm in my,
you're in home David. Okay, that's not where we have anything.
okay.
So where we have the rewards test is in /var/www rewards test.
Okay.
Tab.
Okay, you said the branch is up to date with origin master.
Yeah. So master is the wrong branch.
Okay.
So what you want to do is git checkout product or list branches?
Git checkout what?
PROD, as in production, but
Okay.
that might work.
Sets permission denied. So do I have to do is
Yeah, do an SU to rchain. I don't know. Yeah. What's the dash T?
Dash I.
isn't that the dash I?
Dash I?
I haven't used that.
What is it?
Okay, so what's the correct command?
You just didn't need the dash I there. I usually just put a dash to be the login shell, but that takes me to the home. You're okay. Oh, you're still David.
Yes, I'm still David. Yeah.
Put in your password. Oh, never mind.
Okay, so now I'm rchain. So
You probably don't have the shell. Yeah.
It's a different shell.
okay, so switch to a new branch, prod.
Yeah. So now reload the web interface.
Did it actually do anything?
I believe so.
Okay, so that's it. Yeah, so this is the one on production, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Let me try logging in.
Now we have one problem is that we're not going to be able to vote because it doesn't verify co-op membership.
Well, but anybody who has already verified their co-op membership, it'll work.
Oh, okay. That ain't so bad.
The other alternative is to set up your own, do the Discord integration through your own Discord, you know, through the Colab Discord.
Right. Which we'll get to. With the graph
Okay, I'm gonna stop the screen share now. My system battery is low. The power is out, so I won't be able to chat right now. I'm going back to my mobile.
Okay.
Okay. It's good that you got a chance to drive a little bit.
Okay.
So what's next, Dan? We try to break it?
Or David can make a branch of the code and make a, you know, any kind of visible change and then deploy the change. Does that make sense? Oh, let's see. I don't know if he's back.
Well, we got, you know, the philosophy of the work study is to do something real.
Well, it would be really deploying something.
Useful.
It would be really deploying something.
Right.
And really figuring out whether the Git, you know, works, you know, all that works.
Right.
And he's back. Yeah, where did I put bonus points to anybody who can actually?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
If I share screen, I don't know if you can read things. I can also read it to you. Yeah, Jim said, what's next? And I'm thinking, well, I said bonus points to anybody who clones rchain-dbr, makes any visible change, and deploys it to rewards test.
Well, let's see.
Okay.
What's a nice little change that we could do?
Change the wording of the warning or something? We could claim victory.
You said change the wordings of the warning.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could change it to from warning to notice if you have trouble, see voting trouble. Because we've actually got a diagnosis.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But well, is this use of?
I didn't hear that, David.
Okay, I meant the Roland smart contracts community.ro. Is it already in use? The one in the rchain-dbr repo.
I've tested it. I mean, I'm playing around with it. I'm not sure what you mean by in use.
Okay, like is it in production now in the rewards dots? Is it in the application now?
No.
Is it in use in the app? Okay. Okay.
There isn't even a production rchain chain.
Jim Scaver, you mute. Jim, you mute.
Oh, the tests were successful on robot.net, so we can use it to build applications, but we haven't built any applications yet. Have we? We just have the test program. So, David, are you
Yeah.
what change do you what little change do you want to make to the as a proof of concept that we can make updates to the code base?
Okay, like Jim, like Dan suggested, we could first start with making a change to the warning by the side.
Right. Do we want to change the warning?
I do.
What do we want the warning to say?
It should this rather than a warning.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Notice.
It should show in note
Notice?
rather than, yes.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to steal the screen share here for a minute. And I'm going to do a grep quote of the string. And asterisk, which is all the files in this directory, our www rewards test.
You're doing what with them?
I'm finding the string in the.
Oh, the warning string?
Yeah. And didn't find it. So I'm going to do recursive search for it.
Another straightforward way to find it would be to look in recent commits, right?
Yeah. So we see that it's in the pot. If we do an ls, I don't know what you mean here. LPR. Okay, we don't see it as a recent fix.
In git log, don't see it?
Wrong directory. Oh, git log. What do I type? Git log?
Yep.
You might have to.
Yeah. Okay, so publish warning I see here. Now I need to see what the detail, what was modified in here. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I'm Googling it up. View a specific commit. Git show and then the hash. I'm just looking at it through GitHub.
What kind of mode am I in here? Okay, so git show that thing. You can see that I can see what file was modified. Now, this file it's a long log. I can't find it.
What are you looking for?
Actually, I was looking for the result of this. Okay.
Yes. Are you showing your screen? My screen's wonky somehow.
I'm sorry?
Are you showing your screen?
Yes.
Okay, my Zoom has gone weird. Oh, am I not in the meeting? How can I hear you if I'm not in the meeting?
You're in the meeting. You lost the window?
Yeah. I have the participants window, but that's it.
Okay, so what I didn't understand is what this A and B was here. Obviously, they're not part of the file path. It's in conf application delegate.p. All right, do you want to share your screen, David? Oh, you can't. You're on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so what that involves is just editing that file.
Okay.
And then
I think we could search for the file manually, then use use VI to edit the file. I think that should work.
that should work. Or you could use Webmin. Okay, you go to others. I mean, it would be nice to learn VI. And if you were,
Okay.
if you were,
I think I've become
if you had your
VI.
computer, we would want to you to use VI so you could learn VI. But
Yeah, I'm becoming familiar with it since Rolang is now writing Rolang code.
yeah, but you can use the file manager to write code as a last resort. There we're going to var and www. www. And rewards test.
Okay, Jim, would you mind sharing your screen at this point?
That's right. I stopped it. I forgot you couldn't share it. But I did under other commands here. I went to the file manager, and I navigated rewards test. Okay, and then I navigate to conf, and I see application delegate.php. Now it'll download. That's not what I want to do. What I want to do is I want to edit it.
I was actually hoping that you'd make the change somewhere else and deploy it here. I suppose it's reasonable to make the changes in the staging environment, but the idea was to...
Yeah, well, the idea was he was going to deploy it back to, it was going to get deployed back to the your repository.
Oh, and yeah, but
You have to do it.
he has rights to do that.
A contributor. We'd have to add a contributor to that.
No, I could pull the code into my repository, but actually getting it deployed to production, I'm the only one who can do that.
Right.
Yeah, so probably we could pull request, then you get to merge it.
Yeah, again, it's not the Git stuff that I'm worried about. It's that to get the code actually on rewards.rchain.coop. I'm the only one that with any passwords there right now.
Right.
So to me, this morning, if we're going to work on stuff that I have to do, I can do that on my own time. I'm hoping to work on stuff that other people can do in this time.
I see. So
I guess if we test a change here and then commit it, that's progress.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely progress. I think what we need is another GitHub clone. Maybe if David makes a clone of this in his repository, I don't know what that would serve much benefit.
Well, yeah, I would expect each of us has a clone. That's the normal way to do it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying put one on GitHub that has collaborators.
No. Each person has their own clone and you pull between them.
Okay. I think that would work. That would be best.
Yeah, you only push to your own repository.
So you could pull from here. I mean, we can commit this, and you can pull from here.
I can. It's easier to pull via GitHub, but yeah, I can.
Okay, so that we basically are going to have to rehome this or something, figure out how to pull from different repositories.
Well, okay, go ahead and make the change and we can work through all that.
Okay, well, so I did a Control F, and I can look for warning, and I can see it found warning here, and we're going to change warning to notice.
Yeah, and you can use a colon instead of an exclamation point. And let's move towards claiming victory and change is to was and take out the since. Oh no, you need the July 30th is critical. Just the word since. That works for me.
So this is a pretty nice environment for editing files, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then we hit the save up here. And we can just exit out of here. Okay, and then we can go back to our screen and do a git status. Okay, we have one untracked file and one modified file. Right?
Yep.
A git commit application.
Okay, now make sure it's going to say who you are.
Oh, yeah, well, it's going to bring me into an editor.
Yeah, but that's not going to ask you for your name. You know, see what I'm saying? This commit has to go down as by Jim Waitscarver, not by rchain.
Okay, so what do I do?
I think -- author, but I'm not sure. Wait, if you're, don't know if you can.
What about if he logs into his account? If he does the commit from rchain, that's Jim at.
Yeah. Well, let's try that.
Have you done a git config global or whatever the heck to set your name?
I think so. Maybe not here. I'm not sure. I think it'll ask me. Well,
Right.
if I do anything. Let's see. Slash var ww tab.
You're not going to have permissions to write to make the commit.
That could be. That could be.
For the try. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to identify myself,
Yeah.
and then I still might have a problem, but we want to fix it so we can work as ourselves here and make rchain a no login account. I mean, that's for security. Your daemon account should have no login. Config. Okay. dash global. Guess I should have copied that, especially if I spelled it right. Okay, and I have a git commit. Now I didn't need quotes on the email address because it doesn't have any special characters in it. I need quotes here. It has a blank in it. Okay, and then I can go back and I can try another commit. And say change warning to notice.
Are you gonna let me out?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. And finishing here, save, modify. I have to type Y. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's updated.
Oh, okay. So we didn't make a new branch first, which is not ideal.
Why would we need a new branch?
Well, you're going to make. It's just because prod is what's deployed to production, and this is not deployed to production.
But okay, because we're on the production branch.
I guess you could make a pull request to production, and then I would deploy it or something. But anyway, the normal thing is when you make a change, you make a new branch. But whatever.
So if we were to if you were to make a pull request now, you go to production, and you don't want to go to production first. You want to go to master first, then to production.
In this case, you might want to go to production. It's just that normally you make a new feature a new branch for a new feature. Maybe this isn't a new feature, but anyway.
This is just a fix, right? It's a special. I know what you're saying. Obviously, if you're adding a new feature or changing functionality, you want that to be a separate branch.
Okay, so now let's push it to your fork. How about you fork it, the code now?
How do I do that?
Go to the web, the GitHub version of the source code.
Okay, so I go to GitHub.
That's
Actually, if you bring up the rewards, if you bring up the application, oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's in the recent.
Then hit fork at the top. Top right. Boop.
So do I?
Oh, you already have a fork.
you already have a fork.
What do you mean I already have a fork? Oh.
Either.
Right there. Jim's Carver, rchain-dbr.
Click on that.
Yeah.
And now I want to synchronize.
Sort of, yeah. Choose the clone or download thing. The green button on the, yep. And then do you want to use SSH or HTTPS? Probably HTTPS is the way to go here. So copy that URL. Yep. So now go back over to our command line. All right, so git space remote space add. And then something like Jim or Jim's Carver or whatever you want to call the remote.
Does it have to be in quotes?
Not unless it's got special characters.
Oh, I got to.
Paste the URL. There you go.
I have to.
Get the phone.
Hello. Sorry about that. One thing turned into how that happens. Bye bye. That I didn't fulfill my duty as a gate man. Okay. So now we have the remote added. If anything changes here. Oops. I never know how to display. Okay, so this remote now has the name of Jim Carver.
Yeah. So I guess
now I want to push the code there.
Yeah, I think
Can you
git push Jim's Carver prod might work.
Jim, you're not sharing your screen.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Git. What am I? I'm supposed to do a git push.
Mm-hmm.
Prod.
No, Jim's Carver space prod, I think. Hey, that looks happy. Now go over to the web interface and look at that. So now you hit the compare and pull request button. And hold on, before you do that, make sure we check the diffs. Go down. Yeah. Yeah, always review your diffs. Because there could be crazy things like, you know, every new line got changed to a carriage return line feed or something stupid like that. Yeah. And then the other thing is always acknowledge your contributors, but oh well, we should have done that in the commit message. Okay.
I put it in the closed message, but
you can just add a comment, you know, thanks David and Dan for the help or whatever.
Should I use your @ Should I
Yep.
mention you?
Yeah, that would be better.
How come I don't have a David?
Because he doesn't have any particular role in this repository. I think it's Big D David 405. You can be sure of that by hitting preview. And then hover over his name. Yeah. So now you.
Sweet.
All right, so I'll.
So that uh, I would like to make a change later on once the power is back on my own and fork the repo and do exactly the same thing. How about that?
Audio got garbled. Do you want to use chat?
Okay.
So now, so I'm in your repository now.
Well, the pull request is against my repository. That's right.
Interesting. Okay, so you can go through this later, David. Now, if you have any issue, I can try to help.
Yeah, he's got a question here. Oh.
So it seems really easy to switch branches. It didn't seem to do any accesses to the repository for when you switch branches.
Well, right. All the branches were local. Distributed version control is a wonderful thing.
Yeah. Finally, I'm learning Git. You know, I've done it. I've been responsible for source code control, version management, in almost all my jobs, just because nobody else was doing it. Well, in some cases, we had to use a certain tool.
Let me share my screen just a little bit to look at the ZetaFace docs.
Yeah.
David was asking what sort of change he might make, and I said, well, I don't know. You're good with CSS. You could do style changes. So has anybody ever looked at this?
Yes, I have. Although the documentation is not updated, I think they abandoned it for a while now.
Well, that's not my impression. We're using some of it's a little bit out of date. Something like the releases go through GitHub and stuff. But I use this documentation all the time.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. Changing look and feel.
I think the okay.
Well, our logo got broken somehow. So you could fix that.
All right.
Let's see. So if I go to and so templates. Oops. How did I try to do the? Oh, you know the logo is something. This documentation is out of date for the logo, I think. Let's see. Actually, let's see. There we go. So rchain-style.css seems to be, and I guess this,
There's just one. When I took the repo, I just saw this. I didn't see any other CSS.
yeah, so I guess you could go nuts in here if you wanted to. I think it really bugs me when people break incoming links. So where's the, I guess we don't have a logo thing now, huh? There's, well, no. No, okay, so yeah, you could do whatever you want in this CSS file. And I guess that must be linked from something.
I think it's in the home directory.
It looks like this application delegate thing, I added something.
Okay.
So, okay. Content. Oh, the other thing that you might want to do is make a completely separate Zetaface application that's really trivial, but just to learn how Zetaface works.
Okay.
Yeah, you just like create a table with 2 columns or something. One of them has to be a primary key. Where's the thing
All
about? They make it pretty complicated. They make this big thing, but you basically make your tables. Where'd it go?
All right then.
Yeah. Well, they made this.
But when I checked YouTube, I don't think they have videos on how to. They have videos on making applications with Zetaface. I learned better with videos.
Oh, okay. Oh, where'd it go? Yeah, this stuff is definitely bit rotten.
Désolé tous ces grossières, j'espère.
Weird. I thought he had a channel. Oh, Steve Hanna.
Okay.
That's the main developer. Six years ago. Yeah, but basically all you have to do is make your SQL files and make a file that looks like this. Basically, you list the tables and that's it. And you give the database connection stuff and you're done.
Okay. This goes in the .ini file. What goes into the config.ini file?
Like I said, the tables and the database connection stuff, and that's it. This is the page I was looking at.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, can you paste this into the chat?
Yep. Oh, I did it privately. Whatever. This is why I use Zetaface at all in the first place, because all you do is SQL and then write this much code. You don't really have to write any. And then you can customize after that, but this will actually get your app going.
Okay.
Oh, I guess you have to make an index.php or something. Okay.
All right then.
All right. Are we done? Done enough? Oh, Jimmy,
Yeah.
you muted for a while. Still muted.
You muted.
I think this is terrific. The two areas that I'm interested in are integrating with the GraphQL database that IBEsoft is working on, and the showing some stats of what happens when we change the number of apprentices, journeymen, and masters.
Yeah, that would be a good thing to do.
But I'm pretty much done for today. But if there's energy on doing this, I guess I'll extend.
No.
On a longer term, I would like WhatsApp to become much mobile friendly, such that it's more or less like a PWA. A service worker, where PWA, progressive web app.
Ah.
Yes.
Somebody else is working on that, you know. Oh, there it is. Let's see if there's any progress on their stuff.
So you found that just using the main search in GitHub. Kind of amazing. I've always had trouble finding stuff.
But yeah, I went to the bounties repo and typed progressive or whatever. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, this is the only way to survive. Search box.
Okay, I'll have to learn to do that. Yeah, he said he definitely wanted to collaborate with us, but I don't think much happened. I invited him to the Colab. Who is it? Same facility.
Not much news in a month or so. Yeah, he's got his own API thing, which doing that separate from GraphQL is craziness.
Well,
Yeah, I think it would be cool, but there's a lot of features in ZetaFace that come out of the box that take a long time to reproduce them.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to find out, if ZetaFace can work as a progressive web application.
Oh, it's a totally different architecture. I don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think so. The GraphQL is the way to go.
Okay, so what if we have an interface application such like the Bounty dashboard? Then we from there we could use an API to connect it to the rewards app, so that the any changes on the front end application would reflect on the rewards app.
Yeah, that's what the GraphQL interface is for.
Okay, GraphQL is
Yeah.
great for reading. For writing, I want to use rchain. I don't want to invest in anything. Writing is hard.
Yeah, we're going to be using capabilities-based security and doing supporting queries, mutations, and subscriptions.
Okay, well, I don't agree that we're going to be doing mutations, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, yeah. I know you're going to insist on capabilities-based security, and I think as long as that's what we're doing,
Yeah,
I think you'll go along with it.
we'll see. Right. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, what I'd like to see is the mutations going right to rchain.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And the GraphQL gives us rchain compatibility. We can
Right.
configure it to work on rchain.
Yeah, I think doing the read interface against the SQL is fine. You know, that's a certain amount of engineering effort. But to do the right stuff, to do that to SQL is just sort of, that's a lot of work for in the wrong direction.
Yeah, well, we're not doing it to SQL, so to speak. We're doing it to our own functionality that we're defining. It's not an interface to SQL in general. It's specific
Right.
operations.
Right.
Voting.
Well, I just meant that as long as the database is hosted in SQL.
Yeah, we're not giving access to the SQL.
Right. Okay. I think I'm going to run along. It's been good.
Yep, it's been good. Thanks for coming by, David. I don't know how we get more people involved, but I think it's this is working well, and I would really hope we can scale it up some.
Okay.
And give Dan a break. get out there, and I think we came a long way on that today. If we can get people to now work with the code base, and
Right.
Awesome. So, anything else, David?
Okay, I don't think there's anything for now.
All right, we'll end the meeting. Thanks, guys.
All right. All right.